everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is India and today we are going to be doing April 2020 reading wrap up. Hi everyone, so like I said, today we are doing April 2020 reading wrap up, and guys, this one might be on time-ish and not 2 months late. Yes, I am wearing the same thing I was wearing in my March wrap up because I'm doing it on the same day. I ain't got no shame in my game. Girl is busy and we working out here. So we gonna get this shit done. Okay, Goodreads. I get it. I get it, fucking Goodreads. Like, get your shit together. Anyway. Okay. Goodreads ain't getting its shit together, y'all. Ain't getting its shit together. But I think I read 5 books in the month of April, which is surprising because girl was busy. Girl was busy. You know, at school and work and shit. And try not to get COVID and whatnot. You know, normal stuff. Normal stuff. Okay, so number 1, we were living the fantasy romance high at the end of March and we were cruising on into April with it. So we read Chase Me by 80 Award Dragon Love Curves number 2. Y'all, I tell you, when I got this book off of Amazon or whatever, it didn't say it was book 2. It didn't say it was book 2. Okay? Granted, I didn't feel like I was missing anything. You know how like oftentimes a book will make plays to the last book? I didn't feel like I was missing anything. It felt like a book 1. It felt like a book 1. But apparently it's a book 2. Yeah. Apparently it's a book 2. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It was good. I enjoyed it. Gave it 4 stars. This romance fantasy in last month's wrap up, words just pew. Last month's wrap up, I said, you know, romance fantasy, not a fantasy romance. Romance fantasy. Features dragons! That is what I was literally just on Kindle, like, I need something easy to read, something quick, I need something, you know, a little good, a little different, whatever. And it was like, dragons? Oh, dragons. What's this? And so they're like shapeshifter dragons. Like they're like men, but they turn into dragons. Okay, right? Cool. You with me? You with me? Yeah, you're here. And then there's this woman who is a wedding planner, which also got my attention, though I'm having issues with my own wedding. But that also got my attention, obviously. And she is described as curvy, but we all have different levels of curvy in our romance books. Because, like, I'm curvy, but I'm also fat. Like, and that's okay. But, you know, like, other romance books be, like, curvy, and we talking about a girl with D cups wearing size 4 jeans. Like, that's not curvy. Okay, guys. Like, ugh. So, but it seems to be marketed as like a plus size curve, or I could just be self-imposing that as a plus size curve, and that's what we're gonna go with. It is what it is. But anyway, so there's this dragon. It's like the end. It's the end of this wedding, and your girl is tired. Is that my computer case? Sierra is tired and she's trying to steal this last piece of wedding cake, though she's supposed to be on a diet because she's curvy. Everybody eat that wedding cake, girl. At the end of a wedding, when all of a sudden this smoldery, you like that word for a dragon? Oh, God, I'm always surprised my fiance wants to marry me. This smolder. Dragon comes into the wedding venue, and first of all, he's like, damn, that woman's fine. She's got curves. But then he's like, wait, she also stole my it's been a while since I've recorded. And he's like, wait, she also stole something from me and I need that ish back. But she's like, I don't know what you're talking about because I don't even know who you are, but like, me and you fine. And he's like, I kidnap you. She's like, hold up, no. And he's like, no, I kidnap you. Swoosh, turns into dragon, kidnaps the maiden. It takes her to Dragonland, wherever the fuck that is. There's water. You gotta cross some water. It was a long trip. And basically she finds out there's dragons and like she's like a hidden captor. And he's like instantly attracted. Like I feel something deep within dragon culture. Intent mating bond. Just like I feel like any fantasy anywhere. That's not a spoiler, it's a romance, guys. So, but it was good. I liked the dragon lore and I wanted to know more about it. I think that's what made it also really good, is I actually wanted to know more about the dragon lore and not just about the romance. And then it like opens it up for more at the end. There's like a competing like non-normal dragon thing. Like, who are you, bruh? Who are you? Where did you come from? Where did you come from? What are you? But you saved me twice, but like we're also not on the same side. But we're not on opposite sides. We're like in the same region, but not the same subdivision. So yeah, I don't know. But I'm excited to read the next one. I just haven't gotten to the next one. Also, I don't know if I need to go back and read book 1. Now that I've read book 2, and I'm just saying in y'all's reviews, I'm not that smart, y'all. So in y'all's wrap-ups, I really need y'all to be like, this is book 2. If you haven't read book 1, go back and read book 1, because this is book 2 that we're doing the review of, because I'm not that bright, and I go and I'm like, oh, that book sounds so good, like, let me get it. And then I'm like, wait, they're making a lot of reference to something I don't know, and then I look closer and it's like, oh, this shit's book 2. Did I know this when I started this? I don't know. A publisher sent me book 2 to something once, and it confused me, because I didn't know it was book 2, and so I never finished it. I feel bad. But I also would have had to read book 1 because it was making a lot of references to book 1. Off topic. Oh, next up. But it was 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I really want to know more about this dragon lore. There's like different types of dragon. It's like Earth, Wind, and Fire meets dragon, you know? And they're like, body, gonna start a fire. Body, body and desire. I'm on to something there. Guys, I'm sorry. This wrap-up's a mess. My dogs are back, and y'all try and play under this tripod, we gonna fight. But next up, I finished One Day in December, which, what am I doing? I thought I shelved it. Nope, it's just the spine is different than the front. I finished One Day in December by Josie Silver. This was a book of the month pick. I will leave a book of the month code down below since this is coming out in May, I believe. If this is your first box, it's like gift 5 or something. I don't remember, guys. I really don't. I'm a terrible influencer, but I do use book of the month. They stopped doing book of the month YA, if you were wondering, and it's just book of the month adult, but they claim they have YA features, but then they all disappeared. I don't know. But I did get this from Book of the Month Adult, but this was their December 2018, obviously. One Day in December. Was it really 2018? I've had this book for that long? No, 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 no. I added this as an add-on to a different month because someone told me to read it. Because Desiree told me to read it. So I read it. Hey, Desiree. And I really enjoyed it. I think people who didn't enjoy this book really want their romances to be neat and tidy, and this is not that. This romance basically starts off with girl sees boy out of double-decker bus. This takes place in London, or in England. I shouldn't say it's London, but a lot of it is in London. But it takes place in England or the UK. And girl sees boy outside a bus on like Christmas Eve or one day in December. They make an instant eye connection, and they both make a connection, but neither one makes a move. She doesn't get off the bus. He doesn't get on the bus in enough time. So they go through passing, and she spends the rest of the year with her best friend, trying to find busboy, only for about a year later, her best friend bringing home busboy as this boyfriend that she has been raving about, and her not knowing that it's busboy. So this story features our main character, Lou. Her nickname is Lou. I should see her. Her nickname is Laurie. Laurie, Sarah, and Jack. So it follows Laurie, Sarah, and Jack on their kind of... Well, it really follows Laurie and Jack on how they both have feelings for each other, but they aren't there yet. And so Sarah and Jack are the ones who are actually dating, while Laurie is stuck pining for someone whom she can't have. And so a lot of people, I feel like, got grossed out by like best friend's boyfriend. But I would think a lot of you would be surprised how many of your best friends probably really had a crush on your boyfriend and didn't tell you. So I think too many people really want neat and happy romances, and this is happy, but there are a lot of sad things in it. There's a lot of tough things in it, and a lot of emotional baggage that comes with it, and a lot of growth from all three of these characters to finding out what love is to them and what love really means. So yeah, it was good. You can tell because I got kind of cereal. Let me put this down. Next up, shit, there's like books hiding in books. Damn, that's a free church book I got. Oh, you can't even see it good. I was at work and this woman basically called me a heathen and handed me a book to read about God. I was just like, so do you want to go to the hospital or not? You can't make that shit up. You can't make that shit up. Next up was Beach Read. I just saw it. Beach Read. This was 4 stars, maybe 3.5, 4 stars. It is a good book. It is less beach related than you would think. With the title, really not much beach in it at all. This book is about 2 authors who actually went to college together. Authors that actually went to college together and have been like rivals in her head. And basically January, our female lead, hit a rough patch in life. Like, her dad died. She's in a writing slump. So this is for you authors out there. She's in a writing slump. Her dad died. She moved in to her dad's old beach house. Granted, this is in Michigan, guys. Michigan. I know there's like lakes and stuff. So with lakes, there are beaches. But like being from the South, there's a different type of beach. And that is what I was imagining. until I figured out this book was in Michigan, where there are winters and frozen lakes, and I was like, I don't do winter. That's why I moved back after college. Gah. So, but anyway, so January and Augustus have been rival writers. Both of them write very different things. Augustus is like your James Patterson, Dan Brown type of vibe. Like, well, not Dan Brown. I love Dan Brown. But, you know, like adult male, like male fiction, not like women's fiction, like deep, dark, heavy, maybe everybody dies at the end type of thing. Well, January is the complete opposite. She is your romance, fluffy, nice, lovey-dovey romance. Everyone ends up with a happy ending. And so basically they've always viewed each other as each other's books. Augustus always felt like January was a princess and always happy, and January always felt like Augustus was all doom and gloom and just the little emo kid. Well, I'm not gonna say emo. The little donor kid in the corner in the English classroom as they competed for awards in college. Until they end up neighbors at the beach. The Michigan Lake beach. I know Michigan Lake is not a beach. Hey! Do not do this under the tripod. Because Barrett knows better. Penny does not yet, but Barrett knows better. He's normally very good about like swimming in and out of the tripod. Penny don't know yet. She don't know. Thanks, Pen. Barrett, get out from beneath my tripod. So yeah, they become neighbors at this. I don't know which lake they're on. I don't remember it saying. And they basically give each other a challenge in order to try and complete another book. So it was good. I enjoyed it. Once I started it, it was hard for me to put down because it's really easy to read and it's really cute. There were just other things that I just had to get over, like it's not a real beach. But it also, like your romances do, it deals with other issues and emotional baggage and stuff like that. So really good. Another book of the month pick. This one was actually my April 2020. I read one in a timely fashion. Yay, you're welcome, book of the month. Ha! Yes. Book of the month is like, no, you're welcome for your free book. Why did we even do this? You got me now, bitches. Next up, so I had to go from the fluff romance to something not so fluff romance. I was like, this is too lighthearted. This is too lighthearted, guys. We gotta darken that shit up. So next up was Claiming Phoebe by Tara Crescent. Claiming Phoebe by Tara Crescent. This is a Club Menage number one. Number one, okay? It is a MFM romance, features some BDSM, featuring some spying, featuring there's a lot of death in here, a lot of death, featuring some dumb sub stuff, and I gave it 4 stars. It's like a soft 4, unlike the steamy scenes. I'm showing you guys way too much of me in this video. But it was really good. It follows y'all know I don't know these people's names. So bad. The 2 guys are Adrian Lockhart and Brody Payne. Is it Fiona? I think it might be Fiona. But anyway, it is good. It did not take very long to read. It's definitely steamy. But there are definitely some triggers in this one. I want to say trigger warning to non-consensual sex, but you don't see the non-consensual sex. You hear about the possibility that it happened, and maybe trigger warnings for non-safe sex in the world of BDSM, which is discussed in this book. So it can be tough in the beginning as we talk about Fiona and what she's been through in her discovery of BDSM and stuff. So yeah. Next up, the Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. I know a lot of people were reading this for a little bit. I gave it 4 stars. Camelot Rising #1. Penny, help me. Help me. Okay, y'all don't gotta be cute or whatever. Like, y'all want, I'm gonna put a picture of them in there. Don't mind my messy floors. Okay, there's dog toys now. I was supposed to read this for book club. I only got through like 30% of it. Before book club, but I did finish it. It's been my first book club book that I finished, and it was a fantasy, which I hadn't read any, like, it was straight fantasy, straight YA fantasy, but which I hadn't read in a while because it hasn't been that great lately. Not worth my time. But I said I was gonna read this for book club, so I did. I enjoyed it. I've always been a King Arthur person. I know, right? Weird, huh? I've always been a Camelot King Arthur person. So the idea of this book has always intrigued me, but then it got so many mixed reviews in the booktube community that it made it hard for me to want to pick it up. Just at that moment. So this pushed me to do it, which was great. I enjoyed it. The ending is interesting. I mean, so it follows Guinevere, which is the deception. Guinevere is the deception. It hits at it in the beginning without explicitly saying it, but it's like a couple chapters in where she's like, I took dead Guinevere's spot, and then you're like, okay, click, 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 got it. So basically, Arthur has pulled the sword out of the stone, taken Camelot, defeated his dad, Uther Pendragon, and now he has banned magic, Merlin, and all of that from Camelot to keep everybody safe. But Merlin's like, bro, you ain't safe, so you can ban me all you want, but I'm gonna put this girl in here. You're going to marry her. She's gonna be your queen, and this is now Queen Guinevere, but she's magical, she's a witch, she's a young witch, she's kind of smart, but she's here to protect you. And so she takes that job very, very seriously in protecting him, but she also knows nothing about court, so she's kind of useless in that regard. So she has to like learn about that, and she really has no idea about the outside world and the outside life because she's been basically living in the woods with the wizard this entire time, but she came from a nunnery, which is why she doesn't know anything, right? So yeah. So it follows them and trying to figure out, and we get a Lancelot character, and I love who Lancelot gets to be, and which was a plot twist that I enjoyed wholeheartedly. And it was good. I enjoyed it. Like, all I needed was the part up to where we got to figure out who Lancelot was going to be, because I was like, where are all the king's knights? Especially Lancelot. But anyway, that is a rant. It's good. It's okay. It's okay. It's not great. It's okay. But if you're like a King Arthur weirdo like I am, like you watched like the most recent, not the most recent, ooh god, it's not the most recent, ooh, actually not thinking about that, that might have been a very long time ago, but y'all remember like the good King Arthur movie, like the good one? I'm gonna put a screenshot. This one, I've seen that movie so many times. So good. So good. Oh, and then my last book of April I read was Voyeur. I needed to just read this when I was studying for finals. It does not take very long, by Fiona Cole. I rated it 4 stars. It was really good. Trigger warning for sexual abuse and sexual trauma. We do not see it. It is talked about, and it is not really dreamed about, but I don't know how to describe it. It is talked about, but we do not actively see it. But I will give a trigger warning for that. But it was really good. It does feature a teacher-student relationship. 29 and 19 is your age gap, so feel with that how you will. I feel fine with it. I do. But it made it interesting, so it is your teacher-student relationship for that. But legal age 29, 19. And basically our student has no financial backing for school, and so she's forced to put herself through school. So she is taking out loans, she's taking out grants, she even got scholarships because she's worked really hard and she's really smart. But then her parents, who are also hard workers but not that great with money, found her check for school, or $10,000 check for school when they were going through a hard time, took it and used it and spent it on a new car for her dad, which was all of her tuition money that she needed, like the rest of her tuition money and cost of living money that she needed for the next semester. So she found herself out a whole bunch of money, right? So she's like, fuck, I need a job. And so she's talking to her best friend about it, and her best friend is like, I mean, you could do this, do that. I mean, she's like, but I need more than minimum wage because I need it soon. And so she's like, well, my uncle owns this club. And she's like, I'm not stripping. He's like, oh, she's like, oh, no. It's not a strip club, though if it was, stripping is a very respectable profession. And so she's like, no, it's not a strip club per se, but you might be naked. You might be naked often, but it is more of a pay and watch. It's a voyeur club. It's called Club Voyeur, or it's not called Club Voyeur. It is called voyeur. Yeah, it's called voyeur. And so basically clients come in and pay to watch the employees do different things, different sexual acts, whatever they may be. And they can request some, and the employees only do what they're comfortable with. Nobody touches the workers, and nobody has sex with the employees. So, this is about to fill up, so I'm gonna press pause. So, throughout that, our teacher, Cal, or Professor, why am I so bad with names, guys? Professor Pierce, Dr. Pierce, is a frequent flyer at Voyeur due to things in his life. He is a frequent flyer at Voyeur. He goes and he spots this new young woman who has, I guess, just been hired on at Voyeur, in his opinion. Why are these dogs bringing in all these toys into my office? Like, y'all need some dogs? Dang! Penny, sit down somewhere. Thank you. Barrett, you know better. Y'all haven't met Pen Pen. Oh, because y'all can't see her. Y'all want to see Pen Pen? Oh, you can't see Pen Pen like that. Sorry, too difficult. Pen Pen is a little posse. She says she want her love and she want it now. But basically, Professor Pierce sees this young woman. She's like, new eye candy, right? So he puts his order in this fancy, very fancy, expensive club, and it's something simple, I guess, as... No. Actually, his first order wasn't simple at all, but it was, he liked it. Left the club, and it was the first woman he's ever, like, continuously thought about. And then here comes the first day of school, and in walks this woman he can't stop thinking about, and it's his student, and he's like, and he's like, no, not my student, no. And of course, they never really see the client. They don't see the person who has ordered the act. And so she does not know that the person who ordered one of her acts was her teacher, her new teacher. But she does find her new teacher attractive. Apparently all the girls find the teacher attractive. So she's not alone in that sentiment. So that starts them on a dark and dirty path of teacher-student legal relationships. It was good. I enjoyed it. I kept waiting for one shoe to drop, but then that didn't happen. And it was fine. I mean, there was enough conflict, but like the certain conflict I wanted didn't happen. But I mean, it was fine. I still enjoyed it. It was a good study break for me. But y'all, that is it. I'm sorry. I don't really remember what happened during all this video and editing it. I'm probably gonna be like, are you sure you weren't drunk for that video, Indy? And I'm gonna be like, yep. I'm positive. Woo, my life, y'all. I'm sorry. But that is it for me, guys, for this April reading wrap up of 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell notification button down below. Don't forget to follow me on all the social medias. And until next time, keep turning the pages.